Hello, good morning, YouTube. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you guys like and enjoy this video. This is going to be kind of a long one because I got a lot to discuss when it comes down to chapter one, Nightmare. First of all, I really, really love the first chapter. I'm on chapter two, which I haven't listened to yet, but I would definitely come back and do chapter two for you guys. But chapter one, it really opened my eyes to how lucky we are as how we are now versus back then. Because in the first chapter, he talked about how the welfare people always came to that house, always talked about how they said his mother was crazy for not accepting food because she didn't eat pork or she didn't allow her children to eat pork. And I found that to be very interesting in my book because I guess, well, I know back then they wasn't really about freedom of choice back in those days because this was back in 1968. Don't quote me. I will have it together. It's just I just got done listening to the first chapter, so don't quote me. But they wasn't really it wasn't really about freedom of choice back in those days. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say we are so lucky and I'm so privileged to cuz I bought this book a long time ago, but I never really sat back and listened to the book. It is the autobiography of Malcolm X. And it really opened my eyes to know how lucky I am because they would just take your children. They would just take your children and say, "Oh, you're not fit or you're not a good parent." And I was just like, "Wow." Because my grandmama told me some stories, but it really when I listened to this book, it really opened my eyes because do you know that well, I know me personally, I know that getting an apple was a treat. Having fruit was a treat. At least for me listening to this book. Um even to just walk down the damn street. I know how lucky I am to even walk to even roll down the damn street because it's like his daddy ate rabbit and all that type of stuff. His dad ate rabbit, and it's like they had y'all please go and read the book. Please go and just listen. They had one judge over all of the court case, all over all of him and his brothers. And it was just like, wow. Because they had decided that his mother wasn't fit to take care of them. His dad got killed. And I was just like, wow. They put his mother in a mental institution. Um, and I was just like, wow. And he said that he went to visit them so he went to visit her so often. Well, of course, so often, every so often, and it confirms a lot of things for me. You know, being that because he was right. He was. They would go up to Lansing, and they would see like apples. Please go and read the book. This is not a blow blah blow type of situation. But if you would like to get a blow by blow of his book, I'm sure there's somebody on YouTube. But this, I'm not giving you blow by blow because it was a lot. And this is how I'm gonna be doing the chapters. This is just my first time. But like I said, like to even get an apple, that was a treat. And um he said that they used to eat this stuff called porridge, like greens and all that type of stuff. They would look at that as porridge. And I'm just like, wow. It really makes you think. And but the part I'm tripping on about the book was when they said that she was crazy for not taking food because it was pork and she didn't eat pork. I'm back. She didn't allow her kids to eat that. It's just like back in those days, you were back in those days, it was very segregated. Now, my grandmama, she told me some things, but like listening to the first chapter in this book, it it opened up my eyes even bigger. Just reading the first chapter of this book, it opened my eyes up even bigger, y'all. And it's just like I'm not gonna keep y'all. I'm not gonna be here before y'all long. I'll probably do about 12 minutes. But it just was so much in this book, and it just made me literally understand like how he was like and he said something, and he said something within his book. He said food was anything to them. Food was anything. It didn't matter what it was. And that's the same thing that my grandmama told me back when she was alive. Food was anything. That's why chitlins, pig feet, and all those type of things were turned into something great. Cause was anything to them. And when I tell you that like we got it good, I'm telling y'all, 'cause that's why I'm starting a book club. Go back and listen to the autobiography by Malcolm X. I highly encourage you to do it. Anybody that's young and feel like, oh, we don't have to deal with that. Go back and listen to that book, please, because that book it'll open your eyes up. It really will. It will open your eyes up. Well, my eyes is already open, but it will open your eyes up and give you a different perspective because like just and I know I keep speaking on the whole Apple situation, but to even get an apple, it was a treat to them. Any type of food was a treat to them. And something else I would like to point out, in his in in his book, he talked about sometimes how they will be hungry and to the point they were dizzy. And I'm like, wow, to the point where they were dizzy. So I guess you had to make do. No, I know you had to make do with whatever you had. You had to make do with whatever you had at that present time. But I'm like I'm about to go listen to chapter 2. This was chapter 1, Nightmare. Let me know what you guys think about this broadcast. Let me know what you guys think. What could I have done better? What would you like me to do better? Would you like me to be more precise? Because I know this was all over the place, but this is my first time doing this. So please let me know what would you like to see. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Deuces. Next chapter. Chapter 2. Chapter 2. I will talk to you guys in chapter 2. Um I hope that you enjoyed this one and give me a thumbs up. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.